Alright guys, so there's the date and time on the Garmin Forerunner 620, and in this video we are going to conduct a home system test of all the smoke/carbon monoxide alarms that we have in our house. And since this is a fairly small house, we only have 3 of them total. And the first one happens to be where the laundry room and downstairs bathroom are, which is right up there. So there's what that one looks like. And the second one happens to be down here above the stairs leading to the basement. So there's what that one looks like. And the third one is in the upstairs hallway, which is right up there. So there's what that one looks like. And to start off, we are going to test a unit that's down by the laundry room and the downstairs bathroom. And if we take a closer look at it, you can see that it is made by Nighthawk and is a smoking carbon monoxide alarm, as I mentioned before. So then in the middle there you got your button that says push and hold test weekly, along with your indicator lights, the green indicating that the system is operating, and the red indicating that the system is in alarm. And above the button says move to fresh air. It's a good courtesy to have. Then you got your speakers on the sides there. Now I'm not quite sure what model this is. I'm also not tall enough to reach it from here. So we're going to stand on this cooler to remove it from the plate. So I'm going to carefully remove it without dropping it. And it looks like, oh, I didn't know it's a Kidde as well as a Nighthawk. So this is a Kidde / Nighthawk, I guess. I guess Nighthawk is a division of Kidde Safety. And it looks like the model is a KN-COSM-B. So there's information on the back if you want to pause to read. As you can see here, it requires 3 delay batteries. Doesn't matter what kind, but yeah. So now we're going to put this thing back onto a plate and then get it for a test. Now, instead of me standing on top of this cooler, I'm actually going to use this magic wooden stick to test it. Because apparently, this stick can reach up really high. So we're going to set this cooler aside for now and get this thing for a test on camera to see to give you guys an idea what it sounds like. So, with that being said, let's get it for a test, shall we?
Fire! Fire! Warning, carbon monoxide.
Alright, so as you guys just heard, it produced a fire tone which is 3 long pulses along with a message saying fire, fire. And then it produced a carbon monoxide tone which is 4 short pulses with a message saying warning, carbon monoxide. And afterwards it gave a chirp to signal the end of the testing process. What you also might have noticed, the green light just flashed, is that the red light flashed in the pattern of the beep process. So when it produced the 3 long pulses, it flashed 3 times, and when it produced the 4 short pulses, the red light flashed 4 times. And another thing to note about this unit is that the fire tone, which sounds a lot like the temporal tone which is used in fire alarms, and that's, like I said, 3 long pulses in intervals. So now that we tested that detector, we're going to take a detailed look at the one down in the basement. And it looks like this one says it's a Kidde. Now it looks the same as the other one, but just to make sure the model is the same, we're going to remove this one from the plate. And we're going to go down here so you guys can see better. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like this is the same model. Yeah, it's the same model because it's a KN-COSM-B. And as you can see here, it's just a Kidde. Now, I actually used to think that Kidde was pronounced Kitty or Kid. But when I watched Chris's Siren Dude 1003's video of him conducting a home system test of all his smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, that's where I found out it was pronounced Kidde. So now I'm not really sure if Kidde and Nighthawk merged together before it was just Kidde, because the other one that we just tested was a Kidde/Nighthawk. This one's just a Kidde. So now we're gonna put this thing back onto the plate. Now, one thing to mention about this is that this was actually not here before. This used to be, I believe, what's called a palm vid alarm, which only detects smoke and not carbon monoxide. But I think for some reason, my parents thought that they were inefficient, so we upgraded it from to a Kidde, and the one upstairs has also been upgraded to Kidde. So yeah. Now I'm not sure if the Nighthawk/Kidde was replaced too, but from what I remember from my childhood, the one in the basement and the one upstairs got upgraded from Family Gard 83Rs. Now I wish I had the original detector so I could, give you guys an idea what they sound like when they're in alarm, but unfortunately I don't have that. So yeah. Also, for some reason the testing button on this unit does not work. Because like when I try to push it, it won't go into alarm. Same thing if I try to press it several times or hold it for a long period of time. It just won't test. However, if I did have smoke or carbon monoxide spray, I could probably make this thing activate, but unfortunately I don't have that at my disposal. And I'm not sure if putting a magnet up to it will make a test or not. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's some electrical component that's disconnected, preventing the unit from receiving an electrical signal to go into alarm. But no matter how many times I push this button, no matter how long I hold it for, it just won't go into alarm. Although on a positive note, it does still work, and you may have saw the green light flash to indicate that it's operating. So it will go off if the batteries are low or if there's smoke or CO detected. But regardless of how many times you push it or how long you hold the button for, it won't test. So that's a bummer. So now that we took a look at that one, let's go take a look at the one upstairs. And yes, the test button on that unit does work, so we will be able to test it on camera. Oh, another thing to note is that this detector is really close in proximity to that one. I'm not sure why this is the case, but I guess one we can use for backup if the other one happens to not detect smoke or carbon monoxide. But I'm not really sure. Anyways, let's go upstairs and test that one. And this one also got upgraded from a Family Gard 83R. And it's now a Kidde. And because we proved that it was the same model from the basement, we don't have to prove it from up here by removing it from the plate. So, I guess now we should just test it. So here we go.
Fire. Fire. Warning, carbon monoxide.
Alright, so this one pretty much produced the same tones, messages, and red light patterns that the one downstairs did. Now you might have noticed that this one happened to have a delay, because when I pushed the button, it went to alarm 3 seconds prior to that instead of right away. But it does still work, and it will go into alarm if you push the test button. So yeah. Alright guys, so as you might have also heard, when I activated one of the alarms, the other 2 units did not activate. And that is because each unit is wired separately. So let's say I push the test button. So if I were to push the test button, smoke or carbon monoxide spray it, or if it detected smoke or CO that was in this area only, this unit would be the only one going off and not the other 2. Now, in some houses it might be the case that if one of the alarms activates, the other ones do. But I think the reason why it's not the case here is because this is a very small house and each alarm can be heard from wherever. So if I were downstairs or in the basement, I could hear this one from those levels. Or if I were to hear the downstairs, or if I were like down, or if I were up here, I could probably hear the other 2 units from here. So I'm not sure if that I'm not sure if that's why they're individually wired, but yeah. So despite the basement one having a broken test button, all 3 units seem to work pretty well and will detect and will go into alarm in certain circumstances. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me conducting a home system test of these smoke/carbon monoxide alarms. So they're all made by they all the same design, except one of them is a Nighthawk/Kidde instead of just a Kidde. But yeah, I think the next time I make a video of these alarms, I might smoke or carbon monoxide spray them, or even magnet test them if that's possible. But for now, that's going to be it.